just so you know.
Right now?
Right now.
You're going to watch it now?
Yep. I've got 2 different screens, so might as well.
Okay. Well, I want a recap of what's going on Double Dare throughout the show.
They're playing with Tinker Toys right now.
Oh, I used to love a Tinker Toy.
Good old Tinker Toy. We're live, pal, by the way.
Let me know we're on the air.
I think we're on the air. You want to introduce it again since you did so well last time?
Episode 497 of it's these guys talking about wrestling.
These guys. What are you doing here then?
Your host, Wally Foley. Take it away, Wally.
Wally's the host now.
Well, on Double Dare, they just had to make a square out of Tinker Toys, and that was literally it. Just a square. Just a square.
It's the Double Dare stuff is easy, man. Just pull a flag out of somebody's nose.
Yeah.
You're good. That's all you need to do. What's up? It's actually episode number 313 of the Nation of Conversation. I am your host, Ryan, not Wally. And I'm here with the Double Dare boys, Mike, Bill, and Wally. What's up?
Would be a formidable team.
Well, there's too many of you. So who would you cut?
Well,
assuming you're team captain, Bill.
My choices are Mike and Wally?
Yeah, who would you cut from your Double Dare team?
Do I have current I don't care about anything, Mike, or do I have Team V like DeFazio?
No, you've got don't care about anything, Mike.
Then I have to go with Wally.
I would go hard right now with anything.
Always good to hear you're the very last option.
Mike hasn't been Team V like intense since Team V was a thing.
I'm Team V intense.
You're still Team V intense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you're right now. You're reading articles.
Right now, you're actually doing the opposite
with breaking news, wrestling news, the most important news right now.
All right, give us the breaking news then.
Andrade's giving details how Vince is unaware of a lot of information regarding talent and what is going on, like how he was recovered from injury and Vince thought he wasn't cleared. So Vince and Triple H did not know he was cleared until 3 months later. He was cleared in November and still didn't know 3 months later.
Oh my God.
I believe it.
And he says, Andrade also says that he was not supposed to be NXT champ. It's just they didn't like the size discrepancy between Cole and McIntyre. Did we ever get a Cole versus McIntyre? No, we didn't.
No.
I don't think so.
It went...
Who did Cole beat?
It went McIntyre.
McIntyre lost to
Andrade.
Lost it back to Andrade?
Yeah, he lost it to Andrade.
No, who took it from Andrade?
McIntyre, didn't he?
I guess the internet could solve this issue.
I think what he's saying is that he was like, when it was supposed to go back to Cole,
they didn't want Cole to beat Andrade?
To Andrade instead.
Yeah.
I think they didn't want Cole to beat McIntyre.
Yeah, well, yeah, they didn't like the size difference.
Who beat McIntyre?
Booby to McIntyre to Andrade to Aleister Black.
Wait, say that one more time?
Andrade beat McIntyre.
Andrade beat McIntyre.
Yeah, so I think he's saying it was supposed to be Adam Cole, but they didn't like the optics of Cole beating McIntyre.
Yeah, well, I think they could have gotten away with that with the help of, with the help of
they certainly could have.
But still, like,
they certainly could have. So what else has Andrade been saying?
He's just flamed the whole thing. He's just
burning the whole thing to the ground.
He's just burning the whole thing to the ground. Well, that
what were you just saying about Charlotte, Charlotte potentially being pregnant?
Yeah, so
this is according to Andrade, right?
Well, yes. Okay. It's not like it's some random guy, but she was.
Right. I just want to make that clear.
She was pulled from all the WrestleMania stuff,
right?
You know,
which made no sense because it was like you have COVID, you're going to be back soon, right? You would think.
Yes, and so then supposedly the same, they were both diagnosed with COVID, and at the same time, Charlotte was told she was pregnant from a WWE doctor. But why would a doctor be doing I don't know.
Blood test?
But I don't. Well, I'm not a doctor, so I guess I wouldn't know. But then they went and got tests themselves, and that all came back false. She was not pregnant.
She was not pregnant.
But that is insane if it's true. That's like that this doctor is like, with what everyone has said, the constant how awful their doctors and medical staff is.
Right.
Like everyone
careful. They're known, those doctors and medical staff are known to sue podcasts. Yes, so
that's
careful.
True. That's true.
Careful. Allegedly.
Come on, come at us.
Allegedly. Come at us. There's no money to get, so don't even
exactly. Come at
all
us.
Dead broke.
We'll get hugely popular.
We're flat out broke.
And you'll get no money. So it's a win-win for us.
Yeah. Right.
What else? Carl Anderson introduced him and Charlotte to each other.
Machine
Gun being a good brother.
Being a great brother.
What else? Said all the Saudi stuff seems to be true, that it's just a complete shit show and that they're lied to. It's just like someone's gonna have to come forward eventually and give like the honest story, because obviously the wrestlers in that whole situation weren't told the truth. They probably still don't know the truth.
They don't know, yeah.
But yeah, maybe Pritchard will be fired again, and was
he'll
Pritchard
never
there at that time.
No, I don't think he was there yet. He'll never turn on Vince ever.
Yeah,
if he had that pot, he got fired. And Pritchard got fired for having a gun at Raw.
He did?
Yeah. He had a concealed weapon at Raw, and somebody found it or something, and he got fired because of that.
He said people are jealous of Charlotte, like the other female wrestlers, and supposedly people have taken pictures while she's changing in the locker room. Like,
not cool.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, it's pretty crazy that he's got a press conference tomorrow, I think, I'm guessing to announce his future plans.
Okay.
Hugo, WWE was going to have Andrade in the Lacey, Rick, Charlotte storyline.
Oh boy!
Before it got canceled. Oh man,
that would have been awful. I guess think that didn't happen.
He doesn't believe the whole thing about the barrier of the language barrier being a deterrent, because he said they don't use Ricochet, and he
can speak perfect English.
It's almost like he's from the outskirts of Los Angeles or something.
That Ricochet, he's Japanese, right? Can't speak a lick of English.
And they use Asuka, no problem.
From Kentucky.
They use Asuka. He says, there's a lot of people in the locker room who are just comfortable and just don't care, which is,
that's been the case forever.
If they're making
get paid big bucks to eat catering,
yeah. Truthfully,
we've heard that over and over and over again in shoot interviews, that 90% of the locker room just sits there and eats catering and doesn't care.
I guess
collects their checks, go home.
There are worse jobs.
That is what I would do. I would totally do that.
I guess the final straw was he was supposed to put over enhance Drew, make Drew look good. And then Drew came to him and was like, no, just do what you have to do. And you look the best you can, and I'll be fine. And then afterwards, he's just like, I think I'm done here. Because,
the champion, like, I will look fine if you do well. And the fine.
Wow. So he likes Drew, though. It seems like everybody likes Drew.
So I guess Garza cut his hair at the request to be to like get a push, to be like, cut your hair and we'll do something with you. And they never did anything with it. There's a lot here.
I was just listening to Renee Young and on her podcast, talking to Bailey, and Bailey's talking about cutting her hair and what like a crazy seen it was because she had the ponytail and all that stuff. And Renee was like, yeah, I just decided to cut my hair one weekend. And then I came to work. And as I sat down and started doing my show, Kevin Dunn was in my ear like, what are you doing? What do you cut your hair? What's going on? Like, they were pissed that she's like, who cares? I'm not a wrestler. I don't have merch. Like, there's no like Titantron. It's going to be screwed up. I'm just a host. I can cut my hair if I need to.
Andrade makes it clear he wants to travel the world like old times, and those plans include returning to New Japan.
Good.
He's gonna wrestle all over.
Yeah, he's gonna wrestle over. But the first thing we need is a hair versus mask match with LA Park versus Andrade. Like, please.
Should we just skip right to that because they're already talking trash to each other? So I'm assuming that that's gonna happen at somewhere.
I like Andrade, and I don't want to see him get hurt. But man, I want so badly for LA Park to break his face with a chair as he dives out of the ring.
You want him to sequel him?
I do. I mean, in fairness, I want everyone to get sequel played by La Parka.
Just line him up. Strike him down, La Parka. Yeah.
They need to do that.
They were talking trash to each other on what, Twitter?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was Twitter.
Love it. Is La Parka, is LA Park, sorry. Is LA Park the MLW heavyweight champion? Because he's got a belt in the picture.
He has some kind of MLW belt.
Is he their heavyweight champ?
I wouldn't doubt it. Doubt it. MLW is like so weird, but do that in AAA. Do that in AAA.
Yeah, it's got to be in AAA, right?
So
or CMLL.
I don't think.
Well, you said last week CMLL and Andrade might not be.
Yeah, but I don't know. LA Park's.
He was in both. Remember 2 years ago? He did both of their big shows. He did the anniversary show and he did Triple Mania like 2 weeks apart.
Whoever can get this must see the money. Somebody must see the money in it. So
La Park is untouchable, man. He can do whatever he wants to do.
He's big time, baby. Yeah. Let's do
All right. So Andrade, we're gonna keep an eye on Andrade. Wally, you're keeping an eye on Double Dare.
I am. I didn't remember them asking so many questions.
A lot of questions, which I was watching Double Dare over the weekend and I'm yelling out the answers like it's Jeopardy. They're supposed to be for like 8-year-old kids. And I'm like, I'm rocking this shit.
I love the kids Jeopardy, man. I clean up in that.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Cleaning
Teen
up.
Jeopardy, even college Jeopardy, I'm okay at.
It's so funny because some of the questions are like pop culture of the time. So it's like, what movie did Huey Lewis star in? It's like kids were listening to Huey Lewis. I've never thought of that. Like a kid, like, let me put in my 8-track of Huey Lewis.
Sure.
No, it was before that. I think it started in the 80s.
I think so, because there are a lot of 80s haircuts here.
Yeah, 80s haircuts, 80s questions. Anyway, Bill, we're going to main event it right at the top. Peacock. They're at it again. These Peacocks. They are editing the WWE Network stuff. They're editing all kinds of WWE products.
What does that mean?
They're taking out.
They're taking out the bad stuff,
the racist,
like
the racist shit. Stuff. So the first thing I thought was like,
are they going to have anything to air?
Yeah, really? That was the first thought I had.
Take out
Can they just delete the entire attitude?
The problem with that is if you take out all the racist content, it completely whitewashes WWE because now there is no one except for white guys if you take out the racist parts.
Well, there's some of the things that they've mentioned are like no-brainers. I see people like up in arms about it, like, oh my God, they're doing this and that. And it's like, yeah, we shouldn't be black. Like Roddy Piper should never have been blackface at SummerSlam. Like, that's fine. Get rid of it. Like,
see, I don't like doing it at all. Like, of course,
if you're gonna do it, you're gonna have to do an awful lot more, though. Yeah, that's what.
The thing is that, see, I don't think they should do it at all. I think that's part of wrestling. I don't like them doing it to any
Disney Plus is doing it to all kinds of. They're deleting episodes. They're editing stuff.
I think that's ridiculous. You could put up like a card at the beginning, be like,
and they do that too because we watch, which is weird because they deleted. Like I looked it up and they deleted an episode of Boy Meets World because it talked about premarital sex or something. Yeah, I forget which episode of Boy Meets World. There's a Boy Meets World episode where they're like trying to have sex. Corey and
I remember that.
Oh yeah,
Like
they deleted that from Disney Plus completely
because that's not something kids would know about, or
it's not like
but like my
penetration in the
my kid. I put on Mr. Magoo, like the goofy like '90s Mr. Magoo with
Leslie Nielsen?
With Leslie Nielsen in it. And they have a card at the beginning that says like this movie has a racist thing in it. And it is super racist, and they leave it in. Cut that out.
That's fun. If
so
you
weird.
Put up the card that gives that should give the person
like this movie has a racist scene in it.
This is
like,
we're letting you know now. If you can get out now. But the thing, like, going back and WWE and Peacock has the right to do this because it's not like it's like a national archive or anything.
Yeah,
or like something like official. It's just
Peacock doesn't want this shit coming back on that.
But it's complete bullshit that they are, because it's just like you're taking away like a part of what it was. This is what it was. Like you cannot erase like that this was a part of it back then. And like
there's a lot to erase though.
Yeah, right. Like does Kamala just never appear?
Yeah, do you just not have Kamala's career?
I don't know. I don't think that's going to be a part of it. A lot of it makes sense to me. Like it's Vince's racial slur. Like good. Don't put that in there.
You have to get rid of
something with King Booker. I can't remember what it was.
It was the King Booker, Cena.
Was it a whole segment?
Yes.
That whole thing is gone. Which I think is fine.
There afterwards in like awe.
And
that's fine. Get rid of
that. Then you cannot have any match where Tito Santana's wrestling and what's his name? Jesse Ventura's on commentary. Get rid of the whole match.
I don't think they're going that far. I think they're going.
Well, he says a lot of very bad things about Mexican wrestlers, or even guys from America that are Hispanic.
When do they take out like a Pearl Harbor job like that?
Yeah,
stuff?
right. Is that going to be taken out? Right. I mean, the blackface. They're taking out all the blackface things that happen. Roddy Piper, blackface, SummerSlam, DX. I'm pretty sure they're taking that out. Yeah, so they're doing some edits.
It's ridiculous. Like that's like a part of it. Show that you've moved past that. Be like, yeah, like what's so hard?
But have they?
I know, but like it's not crazy. Like you can't like go back. Like it's insane to go back and like look at a movie in the 30s and be like, well, that's what you can't do that. Like it's insane to do it. Be like, well, this was racist. Like, yeah, it was.
There was a lot of racist shit for many years in movies and TV.
Like it's crazy to like put your like way of thinking in people's minds back at any time, even 10 years ago. It's crazy. Like you cannot.
They're gonna need an awful lot of disclaimers on some of those things.
That's what you got. It's just you're erasing.
Are they going to take out all the homophobic stuff? Because there's a real lot of that.
Yeah, they might need to.
Billy and Chuck, that whole thing gone.
It's ridiculous. I don't like it at all.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Where do you draw the line? What should be in, what should be out? I'm fine with some of the edits I've heard.
I truthfully, I'm not a fan of editing pretty much like anything. I guess it's a case by case.
Are they going to edit out Chris Benoit matches out of everything?
Well, yeah, probably. He's already. It's probably.
I mean, you can't the way the network worked is they were there,
yeah,
but you couldn't search for them and they were unmarked. So
yeah,
I don't know. So Bill, the question of the week: how much closer are you to getting Peacock?
I wouldn't say I'm closer than I was to getting Peacock. I have thought a lot about this again this week.
Yeah. You were at, I believe, 62% no last week.
Something, I think I had gotten to like slightly higher than that, yeah.
But then later in the episode, you said I'm down to 24%.
Yeah. So
we'll see.
Here's what I've been thinking.
Okay.
I'm not going to just in a week or whatever dislike wrestling. But, and I think you'll relate to this, Ryan.
Okay.
I've reached about my limit of putting up with WWE and their disregard for anyone and everything.
Right.
So my main thing is if I switch, it's got nothing to do with wrestling. If I get Peacock, it's just so I can contribute a username and password. I would say at this point, I am 88% no.
Oh, man.
I have no problem. There's two things. I have no problem if you don't want to sign up because there's plenty of places to get live and like I could get those shows.
It could be figured out. I mean, I have NXT on Hulu if you want.
Yeah. And the other is right now Peacock lets you sign up for not for free, but as part of your like if you have an Xfinity or Comcast account, like
which we don't have.
Right. You automatically get a subscription like you do with HBO Max. And eventually if that happens with Spectrum, then yeah, I'll have access to it. But I'm not rushing to get Peacock. I don't need to watch The Office.
Right, and that's the only other thing is there's not like a ton on there that I think I want to watch. I know that there's Premier League, but Olympics would be unlimited. Olympics might get me.
Yeah,
unlimited Olympics.
Mike, do you have cable?
No.
Oh, you don't have regular cable?
Then you wouldn't get it.
Okay.
Then you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I have my parents' cable.
Okay.
I use it for everything.
Yeah, so
you would possibly contribute, but that doesn't mean you would watch NXT still.
Well, this is what
that's a separate issue.
I'm undecided, but where I think I'm at right now is I will watch next week because I did for the first time get some odd notification that WrestleMania is going to be viewable on Peacock.
Whoa.
That's
first notification.
That was when I signed in and I went to watch NXT. They have still not actually notified me of anything.
Which is funny because one of my favorite shows, the Brian and Vinny show on Meltzer's network. They do the retro Raw every week or whatever, and their subscriptions were shut off. They couldn't figure out what to do, so they signed up for Peacock, but there was no retro Raw or SmackDowns on there. So like, I guess we'll pick whatever has a series on here, which the only thing on there is 1993 WCW Saturday Night. So they're going to start watching that. Like there's 12 episodes of that. So that'll get us for at least 12 weeks. And then maybe they'll add some things and start like putting stuff back up so we can restart this shit. But we literally can't do the show because
WCW Saturday Night
93, 12 episodes.
That's so weird.
Because they're like, we need continuous storylines to like keep doing the show.
Yeah, I can't wait for the day though when they just shut it. Like I don't know how they're figuring out.
I can't tell you how excited I am to go on some Friday night and not be able to watch it. I am so excited for that moment.
I'm sorry, your account is over.
Oh, I cannot wait. So here's what I think. So let me just get this straight too.
Yeah.
The premier NXT event takeover that they decided is so huge, they need 2 stupid days for it.
Right.
Day 1, they're giving away on cable television.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm asking, is that the plan?
I thought. Is it just one or are they both days?
Just one. Then if you want to follow up on Thursday, I think that's got to be on WWE Network.
Peacock?
So my plan is to watch next week.
Okay.
Presumably not be able to watch the takeover.
Or maybe do because you have access to television.
I do not have access to television.
You have Hulu, which has NXT.
Live on it?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You have live Hulu?
Yeah, I have live Hulu. That's my TV service.
But if I then miss a takeover and maybe I'll miss the following week, then that breaks it. And then I don't need to keep watching. Whatever my completest is, once I break it, I'm good. I don't need to keep going back.
Yeah, so the first part will air on NXT's
on
Wednesday night time slot, making it the first takeover to air on television.
So they can fuck with AEW only. That's the only reason.
And then thus making then the next night going to Peacock. And then the week after that, Tuesday nights start.
Wow. There you go. All right.
Yeah. So right now, no, I'm probably not getting it.
You're out on everything. I'm no longer watching wrestling. I'm not getting Peacock. I'm out.
Man, it's just.
It sounds like you might just donate $6 to us, so you can just be like, "It's fine. I'm gonna use your Netflix. Like, I don't care. Here, take my $6 a month. Just watch it."
And the thing is they called their There's the $5 one, and that's the premium, but it still has ads.
Yeah, I would get the $10 one if I get it.
But $10 no ads.
Why is it called Yeah.
A lot of bad reviews coming from folks.
Yeah.
That doesn't help.
Who have it? A lot of people hate it. John Cena.
Someone explained, like, why they're doing. I'm sorry.
Explain why their user interface sucks.
Yeah,
because they didn't plan for this shit. Yeah. They sold it out of nowhere and just decided to do it.
Why it's taking them so long?
To get everything up.
Is because they're going through it all.
Because they're going to scrub it all. Yeah.
That's what's taking them so long. Is they've got to go through it all.
It's wrestling, man. There's a lot of racist shit in there.
Yeah, it's just
wrestling has been racist for a long time.
Someone also put it out there like
literally the entire business was racist.
Yeah, someone put out there like
for years.
Maybe the NBC Peacock people got completely duped and bought this and were like, one last thing. There's a bunch of racist stuff
Whoops. Out there. You guys are super racist. What the hell? What's going on here?
We pretty much just bought the
how much was it again?
Ku Klux Klan's back catalog.
Oh man.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, John Cena, former wrestler at this point, full-time actor, showed up in the new Suicide Squad trailer.
Oh man,
Suicide Squad 2. What do you think of this?
So funny.
Is he the shark?
No, he's Peacemaker.
The guy
I didn't see it. So
I didn't watch it.
All I saw was the shark.
He's the guy in the chrome helmet.
Didn't the first one stink?
Yes. It was very bad.
Sucks.
So why are you excited about this?
Because this one is written and directed by the guy.
But James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxies.
And it looks thoroughly funny. And there's one moment where John Cena talks about eating or sucking a whole beach full of dicks for liberty,
and he's not a shark.
For liberty,
not a shark.
He's not a shark. There is a shark.
There's a shark in there,
voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
Nice, of course. He's in Guardians.
We can watch. Yeah, sweet.
So we can watch Suicide Squad 2 when it comes out. AEW bringing back house shows. What is this?
Too early.
Well, they're bringing it back next week, right, for WrestleMania week.
It's just in Jacksonville, though. It's not traveling. Still in Jacksonville.
Smart to do.
Our follower, Just Incredible. Did you know this?
Oh,
ECW is Just Incredible. Follows us on Twitter. Put out a thing about house shows and saying the house show thing is the most fun for wrestlers and fans. It should not die.
Says.
Yeah, it should not die because it's great for wrestlers. It's great for fans.
Shouldn't die. It should still stay in a coma for another few months.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Well,
I know. It's
back to Cena. Did you see? There's a clip with talking about our favorite Shaq.
Cena was on Inside the NBA talking about Shaq.
Talking with Shaq, and Shaq was like, "When are you gonna show up at AEW?"
Oh, like it. No, Shaq recruiting.
He mentioned something. Shaq being the dummy, he wrestled in AEW.
Yeah. Shaq has no idea what's going on.
No idea what's going on.
My favorite thing now is a constant every Tuesday night, Candace Parker, who is incredible on television. Yep. So good. She just shits on Shaq every Tuesday. It's like, good. Do you not know how basketball works? Like, this is how it works if you're not 350 pounds and 7'5". Like, you have to shoot and move the ball. Shaq.
If he was just like a little dumber, he would just
implode on himself.
Yeah, he would just be like a guy who would have zero clue how to play ball. All he know how to do is like hand the ball to him and just put.
All of his criticism is like,
he does.
Yeah.
All of his criticism is like, well, why don't you just back him down and jab it in people's faces? Because we're not you, Shaq. Everybody always says,
we're not 800 pounds heavier than other people.
We're not a goddamn mutant.
And I love how he has
so
like,
funny.
It's like, I'm pretty sure he just doesn't watch the NBA.
No,
like he doesn't.
Okay, so
because like he's like,
I have this theory as well. Yeah, he doesn't actually watch anything. He's just hanging out.
He talks about stuff where like, do you not realize like a guy like who's the dude I think just got traded to the Bulls? Vucevic, who like is a 7-footer who pulls up for threes, no problem.
Yeah,
and like no one did that in your day, Shaq.
Yeah, no like Vucevic. Gotta get down low. The dude is like the leader in rebounds. Like he's in there. Like come on,
he fucking drains threes. Like
he can make a couple shots. Like, Shaq was a very good passer, though. I think people forget how good of a passer he was.
It's unbelievable how he doesn't understand how basketball has evolved.
Because he didn't need to learn how basketball.
Yeah,
I think that's why Kobe hated him so much.
Yeah,
it's because he didn't need to care about anything except for throw me the ball and I'll dunk it on people.
Yeah, essentially.
Like, get the fucking rebound if I miss.
Yeah, and I'll get it back and I'll dunk it and they'll call a foul and I'll make one if I'm lucky and then I'll get fouled again. Anyway,
it would be fascinating to see how big's Julius Randle? How tall?
6'9", I think.
He's
big, but he's not Shaq. Because I wonder.
Because nobody is Shaq. There is no other Shaq. You can't compare anybody to him.
Love to see what he would be like at his prime, like right now.
He would still be great because he would be unstoppable underneath, and he could pass.
But still,
exactly.
It's so different.
The same thing. He's just going to be 400 pounds underneath the rim, going like this, and he's got the ball in the net.
Because Shaq is like a one of one. He's like Jordan. There is no other Shaq. If Shaq plays in any era, he's Shaq. He's still going to do the same shit. Same thing with Jordan. You know, like Jordan doesn't need to change a damn thing, no matter what era he's in, except for maybe make some more threes, which he could easily probably do.
Yeah.
And Shaq,
I think he'd be more of a liability on defense than he used to be. But
Jordan or Shaq?
No, Shaq.
Yeah,
he'd still
for
be
sure.
a powerhouse on offense. So
yeah, and they still would not know how to officiate him. That was the number one problem. Yeah. Like they couldn't figure out how to call a foul on Shaq. Anyway,
okay.
Yeah, it is funny to see John Cena. First of all, promo face pictures because of Wipeout being on TBS on AEW. That was weird. Yes. And then also being like assumed with. I'm sure Vince is fucking furious about all this. I'm sure he's. What the fuck, John?
Sure,
listen, I don't control where I work. Impact is moving to Thursdays to accommodate NXT.
It's smart.
Yeah, they have to. I feel bad for Impact because they could just keep moving nights. Just always moving nights because they can never.
Got their however many people, and those people tune in.
Those people are loyal to Impact, and you can watch it on Twitch.
So now it will be.
It literally plays 24 hours a day. Impact plays on Twitch 24 hours a day.
And so now it'll be Raw, NXT, Dynamite.
Yep. Then Impact, then SmackDown. It's 5 days a week of wrestling.
Saturdays? I think
Ring of Honor airs for us on Sunday nights.
It's what's up, but I also see it's Saturday night. I thought, but maybe
sometimes, yeah. It depends on what part of the area you're in. But
one thing AEW needs to go back to is Saturday night fucking pay-per-views.
Absolutely, 100%. Zelina Vega, speaking of Ring of Honor, she signed somewhere. It's a mystery where it is, but I'm pretty sure it's Ring of Honor.
That's the only place I could think.
I would think AEW would want her, But,
yeah, supposedly, I think someone was talking to her. I forget who, but yeah,
somebody was. I think it was Sean Ross Sapp, probably because he usually has good takes. He was saying that Ring of Honor needs to boost up this women's division that's been a disaster.
I think they may have just like at their last pay-per-view just
they did something with like Maria
there. Like, is trying to do something. So
we'll see. So good luck to Impact moving to Thursdays. And Zelina Vega.
Zelina, wherever she goes, she'll be great.
Hopefully,
she'll be great. And
she is great.
I don't know. Does Andrade need her?
I think it would be fantastic if he had her, but does not need her.
Do they ever get back together?
Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah,
sure.
they cross paths at least.
Really, 100%.
I don't know if they become like a thing again, but they cross paths.
I do have this feeling that Alistair is nearing release. Alistair Black is nearing a release here.
I can only hope. And
Zelina will manage him, similar to like Scarlett managing Killer Cross.
See,
I think that could happen.
Yeah, that's true. I think
that's really possible.
But I wonder if he'd go back to Tommy, just being like Tommy.
Yeah,
like
fuck yeah. That name has a lot of value.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think he'd definitely be Tommy.
I think he would do that, and I think I could totally see her managing him.
Yeah.
And it would work out great. What do you think about Logan Paul, this guy, joining up in WWE? He's supposed to be at WrestleMania.
Isn't he a white supremacist?
I don't know. Everyone hates him. I don't know what all of his.
And Jake Paul related?
Yes,
brothers.
I think so. I think they're brothers.
But Logan,
they are
the boxer.
Logan boxes in MMA. Does he do MMA or just boxing?
People are like,
anyway, he's coming in to do stuff with Sami Zayn.
Which, hey, it's WrestleMania. I don't care about celebrities. It's always been a thing in WrestleMania. But for this match, I just want it to be those two.
He could be muddying the waters there, which is
which I don't want. I just want those two
waters you don't need to muddy.
Yeah, please don't do that.
But I'm guessing maybe they're like, we'll put you guys on, but make it interesting. And Sammy is like, okay, I guess I'll try and get Logan Paul involved, a big time YouTube guy. So
Great Khali is going into the Hall of Fame. This guy can't even walk. How's he going to walk down the aisle? Oh, wait.
He's not gonna.
He doesn't have to.
They already.
What's the speech going to be like?
Oh, man.
I'm not even trying to be mean, but what's that speech going to be like?
So they're doing the Hall of Fame as the Thunderdome. And because after last week's SmackDown or Raw, they had the people stay on and do all of the like reactions, like laughing and clapping and all that
like
stuff.
Fake reactions, you mean?
Well, yeah, they're like, well, that's what they do now.
Oh,
everybody laugh.
So stupid.
But truthfully, it's better than I guess what happened at the last. Was that the last Hall of Fame where the guy
attacked Bret Hart?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
the only good thing about that was that him getting beat up by FTR.
Yeah, FTR.
FTR was it Cash that punched him right in the face?
Fucking nailed him.
That was great. The best. And then like when you hear FTR talk about it and how much like they love Bret Hart.
Oh yeah.
And how like they love this man and like he I think he put in a good word for them at one point, like when they were struggling, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing with these guys?" They adore this man, and he was attacked, and they went nuts, beat the crap out of that guy. I think Bulldog's son also got a shot in on that guy.
No doubt.
Anyway, Great Khali going to the Hall of Fame, whatever. WWE, this is a new one. WWE, they're at it again. Braun Strowman's like clothesline. They're adding train sound effects to his clothesline.
To his thing where he runs around the ring.
He runs around the ring and clotheslines people.
Well, I just sent you guys a very funny, like the whole part of Shane's storyline. If you look at a text I just sent you, a tweet.
Just now?
Yeah. Look at it. Look at how.
Why is Shane still doing this stuff?
Shane versus Braun, and Shane's big thing is Braun is dumb, and so this is
Braun's fifth.
That's
Braun's report card. Is this real? This cannot be real.
No, his name is Braun on here.
Cannot be real. Braun.
But like that's
social studies D-, math D-, English D, gym D+. I mean, he's Braun. He should be way better than Jim.
Like, how low have they got? Like, this is what
fake report card.
Like this.
Well,
is what,
now Braun is like, okay. If they truly, because they've always had 1 foot in the Attitude Era, 1 foot in the Golden Era, can't decide where to be. We're going to be PG, but we're going to say asshole on NXT. Yeah. You know, we're going to be PG, but we're going to fucking burn a guy alive. Can't figure out what to do. If this was truly a kid's show, like 100%, we're PG, we're going all in. Braun Strowman does stuff. We have sound effects for every match. I'm in. Good. My kids would love that. That's what they should be doing. If that's the case,
if
stop.
Full
go full kid.
Just go full kid.
That's their problem. That's been their problem for years. They can't figure out how to separate because they got this 50+ audience they can't get rid of.
That's true. That's
the problem. They got this 50+ old man audience they can't get rid of.
Sorry, I'm watching a dude get punched in the face by FTR.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. So good. So good.
Walloped him.
Cash. I think it's Cash that punches him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I really think when everything's over with, when the pandemic's over, I think there's a very good chance they do not leave the Thunderdome. Because
they never tour again.
Why? Like they can control
ticket sales is a problem for WWE. Not for AEW. For WWE, it was.
But like
we literally had the job of seat fillers at a Raw because they had this problem.
I can see like doing like shows like Rumble and
the big ones in front of
like
fans,
WrestleMania.
big fans.
But then like, why put that to chance of
would you put a home audience in every time or would you Thunderdome it every time?
No, Thunderdome because you can control everything. Because imagine if they had been on the road. Because there's one thing that is no doubt. Roman would have been getting big cheers. Roman would have been getting cheered big time.
This is wrestling, though. You've run a wrestling company. How long has WWE been around? 40 fucking years?
Man, they're not.
This
wrestling.
Is part of wrestling.
Sports entertainment.
It's part of it, though.
But I could see, like, because Roman would probably be getting cheered big time. Like, for all we know, Drew could be getting booed. And Lashley could, like,
Lashley should probably be getting cheered.
Like, I don't think they would want to put that to chance anymore. I don't think they do.
It's really not that
that's
hard.
How they get their biggest moments is when eventually the fan support takes over and they have to do something about it.
It's not that hard to figure it out. It's wrestling is not rocket science.
Right. You get those
pretty
big
fucking
moments.
simple. You put them out there. What do the people say? You fucking go with it.
They don't do that though.
I know, but that's how you run a wrestling company. Literally for years. That's what you do.
Because, like, they probably like.
And honestly,
moments.
It's not even like it's gonna fuck their plans because they have no plans. Clearly, from all these reports, they change shit every second. So it's like, if the fucking crowd decides for you, great. I don't have to make a decision now. Roman's a babyface. We got it. We're gonna go from there. Like, it's not hard.
They don't.
It's not. But it's not like they have this crazy Roman face turn coming up. You know they don't have that planned.
No.
Right?
No, probably not.
That's dumb.
But the thing is that, like, the big moments, they don't care because they got big profits.
Right.
They don't,
that's the number one problem with everything. They haven't given a fuck since 2002 or whenever everybody else closed.
But I
haven't needed to care.
Just building their own Thunderdome and then doing, like, pay-per-views.
Just doing Thunderdome for everything.
Or just doing pay-per-views at,
doing the big four events. at events.
I can most definitely see them sticking with Thunderdome. Like I said, imagine the first Raw they get after everything, and they just go to Brooklyn or something, and like,
it would be amazing. People would be fired up. You would think.
Yeah, but then eventually that's going to win, and then they're going to get to the booing again. And sucks. This sucks. Like,
stop putting out shitty content, and then
they cannot do that though. They can't. They're physically unable to.
It's not hard. It's not hard to put shitty content out.
I mean, look at the people they're working with, though. You got to do something.
Imagine if they put that up.
They have the most talented roster of all time.
That's what they would have done. They would have had
name 100 good, talented people on the roster.
I could. They have 100 talented people.
They would have done the Shane thing in front of a crowd, put up the thing in front of the crowd, and would have died.
The report card. Yeah,
it would have died of death so bad.
Which is dumb.
Yeah,
stupid.
But now they don't have anyone to tell them that, and they don't need to hear from them.
They never cared what anyone said anyway, to be honest, until they said it for 30 weeks in a row on Daniel Bryan, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we should listen now."
I don't know.
Anyway,
you
think they're not going to be in front of fans to protect their product?
Wow. I think truthfully, it's a bad idea too for them. Like, why go out if you could be, within their own bubble?
I guess just because the shows are boring as shit in front of Thunderdome and it's awful and repetitive, and that's what I would say.
I'm sure they're fine.
I'd rather take a fucking boo on one segment, and
I'm sure they're fine with it.
I guess. There's some random talks that Lucha Underground might be revived. What do you think about this? I'm guessing it's probably not real, but I would like it. As long as they fucking do right by the wrestlers with their contracts.
Well, they would have to figure out a way to get people back. So maybe a new contract, but
I think it would be all new people probably, because nobody's ever going to sign with them again based on what happened. But if you could figure that out, then yes, I would totally be down. We talked a lot about Lucha Underground the last month. So yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Bill, it's time for a segment to be named later. What you got?
Just a couple of things here. We were trying to figure out Sublime versus 311 last week.
Who's better, Sublime versus 311?
Well, the overlap. They both were formed in 1988. Same time.
Fuck.
But Sublime didn't really get huge until 97 when their self-titled album hit.
Yeah.
Bradley Nowell, their lead singer, died in 96.
So he died before the album
the album was released. Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Their national TV debut, Late Night with Conan O'Brien.
Nice.
Good job, Conan.
Always on the he was always first to get them. Good bands.
Also, 311 was in 1988. 1995 was when they broke big with their self-titled album.
Yeah, that's the good album.
Oh, sorry. They're the ones that were on Conan O'Brien.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
311's still going. I say shuffle 311 to my speaker system, and there's some new ass songs that are, first of all, fucking suck. They're bad. Sorry, 311. The old songs are way better, but the new songs are real suspect. But they have new songs.
Good for them.
It's still a very fun listen. Like 311 is still very fun to listen to. And I agree with Mike. 311 is better than Sublime.
I would disagree, but Sublime also has a lot of bad songs.
Sublime has not.
Yeah, but
unfortunately for Sublime, they don't have enough songs. That's the other problem.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But like Amber, I never liked that much.
Really?
All Mixed Up, I loved. Amber, not as much.
Amber is the color of your energy.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Charlotte has put out a statement
about Andrade's statements. Oh, this is good.
So what Manny said about the pregnancy test in today's interview is true, but significant amount of context is lost in the translation. A few weeks ago, Charlotte received a call from WWE Medical telling her that her HCG levels had come back high and she was being medically suspended for pregnancy. That day, she took several home tests that all came back negative. A few days later, blood work, ultrasound confirmed there was no pregnancy. This was before any issue with COVID.
Okay.
So obviously they did think she was pregnant and suspended her, and probably did completely rewrite and rethink all of WrestleMania, all of her WrestleMania
because they thought
stuff.
she was pregnant for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awful.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. I think eventually they're going to push away everybody So everybody eventually is going to get to the point where they get pushed away. Everybody, even a Charlotte.
Yeah.
Even a Charlotte will get pushed away.
Right now, well, I was thinking, I thought
we don't know when. She might be 50, but she's going to get pushed away eventually by this company.
Right. I think they're happy. I thought you were talking about fans, but I think right now they're getting like 1.8 million people pretty consistently now. And I can see them sticking there for a while. And I think they're just going to be fine right at that.
They're good with the 1.8 million.
Yeah.
They don't care about getting any more.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see what the number is after WrestleMania. That big Raw after WrestleMania. We'll see what that is.
Whatever. Okay. Do we get all the segments in?
No, we got one segment in.
Okay, go ahead.
We were trying to figure out why Katie Holmes was not in Dark Knight Rises. And said you got Maggie. She never said, but she confirmed that she walked away from it. But in 2008, the same time that Dark Knight Rises came out, she starred in a movie called Mad Money, which made a box office total of $26.4 million.
Okay.
Excellent
choice, that Katie. Didn't work out. That didn't work out for you.
And it seemed like she made Christopher Nolan mad at the same time. So
Right. Maggie Gyllenhaal. How do you feel about Maggie Gyllenhaal as an actress?
I think she's terrific.
Really?
Terrific. Yeah.
God awful in Dark Knight though.
Oh, she's terrific.
In Dark Knight?
I think she's fine in the Dark Knight.
Brutal in Dark Knight.
Well, Mike, you weren't there, but these two we found out last week hate Dark Knight Rises. There's not much about the movie they like.
No, I hate one thing about Dark Knight. That can nitpick all kinds of things, but the one thing I fucking hate is the Jim Gordon fake death. Makes no sense. Made no fucking sense.
Maybe if I went back now, but that completely pulled the rug out for me.
Oh, well, yeah, they tricked me.
It was a surprise.
Doesn't mean that made sense. He didn't need to pretend he was dead. Anyway.
But I think she watched The Deuce on HBO.
I think she's probably better in other shows, but boy, is she bad in this movie.
Oh, I don't know. I always enjoy her work. Very good in The Secretary. Very sexy in The Secretary.
Oh, sexy. All right, let's get to our AEW versus
While quickly
NXT.
Going to Mr. Skin.
No, I'm trying to see if I've seen Mr. Skin else that she's been in. I don't think I've seen.
I'm assuming she's much better in other things, but she's rough in this movie. Anyway, AEW Omega beat Matt Sydal in a very good match to open the show. Very, very good.
Unsurprisingly, when Matt Sydal goes, he is very good and does very innovative things.
Yeah, he can be good, and he was very, very good here. Hangman Page beat Cezar Bonani.
Are they letting Cezar do anything?
No, he's a Joe Bear.
Because even when he was jobbing in NXT, he was getting some stuff and it looked decent doing it.
He was absolutely horrible on NXT, or I'm sorry, not NXT, AEW Dark with Luchasaurus. Awful.
And the thing is about that is like that's a tape show. Why not edit that out?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
But
they made fun of it. Did you see Being the Elite today? They made fun of it today. They went to go. They saw each other in the hallway, Luchasaurus and Cezar Bonani, and they went to shake hands, and they messed up. And Cezar goes, "We should do that again, right?" And Luchasaurus was like, "No retakes," and he ran away. It's very funny. At least they can spoof themselves.
Yeah.
Britt Baker did a promo. Very good promo.
Very good promo.
What do you think about this? This little nitpick here of not having bandages on because of the blood. She was just regular. Do you care about that? Do you not care about that?
No, I don't care about
that. I saw a lot of the stuff about that. Like she went through a brutal match and she's here with no bandages on her head. Or like she's not showing the damage. She's just fine. What'd you think
I
about
wasn't
that?
taken out of it.
Okay.
I thought they were.
I can see that. Yeah, but
I thought we were gonna maybe get some face like turning, but no, I'm glad she doubled down on it.
No, please don't. No, she's doing great. She's doing great. Don't face turn. Christian had a promo. He set up his first match with Frankie Kazarian. Whatever. We'll see how it goes. FTR team with Sean Spears. They defeated Varsity Blondes and Duante Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And then cut some promos about how they're the pinnacle.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Fine. Team Taz said they're all good, even though Brian Cage during the promo was like, "No, we're not." So we'll see where that goes. Another being the elite thing. They've been doing the skateboard thing on being the elite. Brian, do you know Brian Cage is a pretty good skateboarder?
I'm sure he was.
He can do like kick flips and he can do like kick flips and stuff. It was him
still at his giant size.
Yes.
Up until like
a lot of video.
It was a size board that's bigger than everything else.
A lot of videos of him messing up, but he did hit a bunch of kick flips. At the end of the video. I was like, holy shit, this massive man can do this. So that was pretty impressive. The QT Marshal.
Like, I get what they're doing here, but QT is just like,
he sucks.
It's just not that interesting.
He sucks. And you brought up a great point about the bunny.
Yeah.
The fact that QT was in love with the bunny, but in this promo, he's like, well, you know, I got to provide for my wife. And they showed the wife in the fucking crowd. It's like, guys, come on.
It's just like, I get what they're doing. And I
don't like it. I don't like it. And I think QT's not very good.
I think QT's going to beat Cody. I think
wow. That would be the ultimate.
See, the thing.
He's going to cheat to beat Cody?
No, there's.
That would make a lot of sense if he did.
Maybe.
But Arn is their special guest ref, so he's obviously not going to count it if he cheats, right? So Cody's going to win.
That's true. But
I don't like it at all.
I don't get why they've got so many great young guys. And like, I'm sure QT's a good like trainer or so, but like, come on. Like someone was like,
this is not putting him down as a trainer. Like we don't know officially how good he is or not as a trainer, and he seems like a decent guy.
Yeah.
And the idea of like, I'm Cody's lapdog, I'm mad at that. It makes a lot of sense, but he's not very good at promos.
Yeah. Is he good at wrestling?
He's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's okay at wrestling. He's not great. Like he's a dark guy. He's an opening match guy. He's a sidekick. He's never going to be more than that.
On Elevation, and like, this dude's like, why am I seeing his matches at Elevation? Like,
right? We have Pac. We don't need to. We don't need QT. Yeah. I thought this sucked. I thought the whole thing sucked.
Yeah.
This is gonna fail. I'm guessing. So we'll see. Whatever.
Yeah.
Bucks teamed with Brandon Cutler against Lucha Bros and Larieto Kid, which I was happy to see him back, and they need to immediately get him into the fold for all time because he is great.
Yeah.
And Larieto Kid got the win.
Loved it.
Beat Cutler. Perfect.
Cutler even looked great. I was like,
it was actually a perfectly run New Japan 6-man.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was. Like Cutler is only there to get beat.
But and
look good and get beat. But he did both.
He did some good flips, did some good stuff.
Cutler's big too. He's not small. He's 6'4" or 5", right? He's pretty big.
And I'm pretty sure at this point, the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid,
oh my god,
couldn't have like a bad match if they tried.
If they
like those dudes, just
they're just incredible.
Or as a tag team, like they can have a bad match,
right?
Especially like Laredo Kid and Phoenix. Like
Phoenix
Laredo Kid is just like
again, Phoenix. Every time he's out there, I'm like, he's the best. Why isn't he just the best all the time? Like,
and then when you see Laredo,
don't use him enough.
Shit, this dude.
He's like, so good too.
So good.
They need to like lock him in.
Yeah.
Add him to death triangle. Make it death square.
Quadrilateral.
The Mega came out after the match and yelled at the Bucks because they didn't too sweet him last week, and they didn't too sweet him again. He said, "It's over. If you don't too sweet me, it's over." Like I left my friends, my family, and my fans to come here and do this with you, and you're gonna leave me like this, and they did. So we'll see what happens. Liked it though. I liked all that. Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes are getting a reality show. Mike, are you excited? Can you wait? You got your DVR ready?
It's the natural progression of like a Cody like TNT thing. It's just after the big show or whatever.
Right.
Big show.
Yeah,
big show.
Progression, and you know
the Paul White show.
It makes sense because like Total Divas and the Miz
it's basically it's Miz and Mrs.
I feel like this
again. It probably costs fucking nothing to do this too,
but it makes sense, and it's just like I just cannot stand those like from Total Bellas to the Chrisley knows best.
My god!
I was just gonna say, I think this only works if it's a shot-for-shot remake of Chrisley Knows Best.
Like, it's just like all that's like that type of reality TV. It's just like it's all just like I get it. It's just like they turn up the quirkiness.
It's gonna
the goofiness.
It's all fake drama, and it's going to raise their profile with with a female audience, which is what's going to do.
Will I ever watch it? Nope. But it's just
I probably will watch it. I'm guessing I will watch
Rachel will watch it.
Rachel and I will watch it together because we watch Total Divas.
Is that really going to make women want to watch actual wrestling though? Like,
no, probably not. Might not. Exactly. Might not. But it will like name brand value and all that.
Yeah,
it will raise their what is that called? Their Q rating or whatever,
something like that.
What is the name of the show? It's going to be something real dumb cutesy.
Oh, what is it?
It's already got a name. It's like Rhodes to something.
The top? Rhodes
to the top. Yeah, that might be it.
Something.
Anyway,
it's truthfully not that good of a name.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston, John Moxley promo.
Loved it.
Great, funny.
Loved it. Love these two.
Good again.
Like mean mugging and just looking like
goofy in promos, but also a killer tag team.
It just
Rhodes to the top.
Rhodes to the top.
There you go. Rhodes to the top. Tay Conti.
Oh, Tay Conti.
Talk about Tay Conti beating Nyla Rose here and becoming number one contender.
That's awesome. Good for her.
She looks. So there's sometimes where she does certain moves like her knees and stuff.
Yeah, she looks
so good.
Yeah,
like
because she has years of actual training.
Yeah. Really want to see her go. With
her finisher, the hammerlock DDT, which is not done enough.
Yeah,
is an amazing finisher, and she did a great job with that. It is Andrade's too, right? Mm-hmm. Do you see this Meltzer thing where he was talking about the failure of the Performance Center?
Right. Yeah.
How the Performance Center failed with Tay Conti.
What'd
you think of that?
I get it, but the thing is, it's just like it's a failure, but then it's also like they fail themselves by just signing so many people. Like, there's going to be more and more.
I think he was talking about but he was talking about the potential she had and how she never got better until she left. Like her in-ring work is so much better now.
Well, that's because
with millions and millions of dollars and coaches and 18 rings and all this shit, was she not able to get herself into this position where she does it? And he's like, AEW doesn't spend anything on training. They train before the show, and then they go out and have a show. Like, it's not
opportunity is why, because she never got more than 2 minutes in NXT.
Right.
That's why her in ring was never, because you never saw her in ring work.
Yeah,
we knew, so we didn't even know if she was any good. We didn't know if she was any good. They let this possible blue chipper go for nothing.
My favorite moment of her, and she had a bunch. I enjoyed her, but my favorite moment was actually she had a match with her and Aaliyah were in it. I think it might have been a tag match. But she did something and then turned and like awkwardly yelled, "Latinas do it better," or something like that.
Right.
And what's her name? Just turned like, what?
Oh, Aaliyah?
No, Aaliyah was like, "No, they don't." And that was just part of the match.
That was it. No, they don't. I like Aaliyah still. Yeah. So Tay Conti, number one contender. Good for her. Very fun match. Darby Allin versus John Silver.
Oh, so good.
So good. John Silver.
Is this the closer of the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
John Silver. This guy is great.
That's the thing that the biggest thing that
I
loved about AEW recently with their main events is they've been like kind of like
here, Lance Archer have a main event. Here, Ray Phoenix have a main event.
Testing out their main events, being like, let's just give these guys a shot and see how they.
But it makes this main event as well as last week's makes a lot of sense. It's earned and it's important.
Yeah,
so it's fine. Like,
it was great.
Yeah,
good stuff.
John got injured. That was unfortunate.
Yeah. Did he win the title? Darby doesn't have the title, does he?
Darby has the TNT title.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this was non-title?
Darby, no, it was for the title. Darby won.
Oh, I thought you said John won. Okay.
No, John lost. John was injured. Separated his shoulder in the match. That sucks. And he was actively trying to pop it back in all match. He could not get it back in.
Gross.
And maybe that saved him surgery. He said he doesn't have to have surgery. He's out for 6 weeks.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks.
Which he'll be fine. Surgery. He can just do backstage stuff. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine doing that.
And just rest. And, he'll be fine because he's great at backstage stuff. But Darby was amazing. Darby was incredible in this match. So good. The selling from Darby, just unbelievable.
The Sting stuff was good with Sting coming
Sting out. Came out and cleared all the Dark Order. Yep, that was good.
Good stuff. Really,
and then
really
the moment where Darby's done this before, I think we've seen this before, where he goes up to the top and he looks like he's about to do a dive onto the dude in the ring, and all the bad guys are on the outside, and he just does a coffin drop backwards onto them instead. So that was great. Great match. Darby won. Very good. Pretty good show. Decent show.
It's just I've really started to. Was Jade Cargill?
She had a promo on this one. She had the match last week.
Right.
She just had a promo. Yeah, which was like I get money or something like that.
That's the thing. I really hope people like Jade and Tay Conti could really come up to is because that's where it's really gonna need for them to hit and connect. Is maybe promos. Not. Maybe not.
I think Tay Conti can do. She has a lane to go down, I guess, in promos, which she can easily do.
Yeah.
As well as Jade can do about anything. Seems like she can do any promo.
Yeah, she fine.
That seems to be her strongest suit, other than she's athletic. But her promos are not a problem. She can talk shit pretty well.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So that was AEW. NXT time. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez defeated Io and Zoey Stark in a fun match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Zoey Stark's very good.
Impressive every time.
I feel like she's already hit her ceiling. I feel like she's
I think they see something in her, don't they?
If she's gonna get a real right now, her story is, hey, look at this new girl losing to everyone.
Hey, look at this new girl who's actually got potential.
Right. So if they want to do something, though, they're going to have to start.
And they actually do. Wade Barrett is doing a fantastic job as always. He's doing a very good job. He's doing a very good job putting her over while she loses, because nobody gets this close. Nobody who just shows up in NXT gets this close and loses to people like Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. She's close. She's almost there. She's got something. So they are putting her over, but I thought this was fine.
I feel like she's already. She'll be like a Mercedes Martinez. She'll get her shot again, and then that'll be it.
I guess we haven't seen her promo. We haven't seen a promo from her, so we'll see what a promo looks like.
I mean, she's done backstage stuff where she says "All I want is a shot," but
that's not a real promo.
Though. No, she's not done promos yet. Right. No,
she hasn't done a real promo, but I like her a lot. I think she's very good. Bronson Reed, LA Knight. Bill, this is the first thing I text you about before I saw all the other things, but Bronson Reed, LA Knight.
Bill, let me talk to you.
See, no, that actually was too natural.
It's a fact of life. It's just a fact of life.
Let me talk to you. See, you gotta just get it in when it doesn't make sense. You might say, I'm glad that let me talk to you. I'm glad that this run is over. Whatever this was.
You think he should slow down, let me talk to you, so it's more of an LA Knight speed? Let me talk to you.
I think he should just never get on camera again.
Well, you got your wish, because I was complaining about this. I don't know if Mike was here when I was complaining about this. Why put LA Knight against Bronson Reed? Bronson Reed is going up, 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 up. He's one of my favorite guys on the show. You can have him get beat by LA Knight.
Yeah, that's
same thing. LA Knight's just coming in. He needs to beat some people, get some momentum going. Don't fucking put him with Bronson Reed.
This has to be part of the plan, but I don't know what this plan could be.
What? It doesn't make any sense. So Bronson Reed beats LA Knight.
I would just say.
That made me laugh. LA Knight's done. It's over.
It can be the main event of TakeOver. I don't care. I'll put it out there into the universe again. Let's get an LA Knight versus Pat McAfee participant leaves town match.
Wow.
Just get it over with.
What if it was a time limit draw? Do they both have to leave town?
If they're a participant in the match, you got to leave town.
I see.
They're both involved in that U.S. title gauntlet thing.
Yeah, LA Knight's going to show back up and do stuff. But
yeah,
why is he losing this match? Why put him in this position?
Well, this week they've got a battle royal.
Right. This is fucking bonkers.
To figure out the order of the gauntlet. And I
because it's like 6 guys, it's a 12-man battle royal, and the final 6 guys who make it are in. But then those 6 guys have to eliminate each other, and somebody gets the last spot.
That's so weird.
And then on top of that, those 6 have a gauntlet match separately from Johnny Gargano, and then the next night Johnny Gargano faces the guy who wins that. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I will just say this. I know that he's potentially, and who knows, because maybe he won't be potentially part of this gauntlet match.
I think he will.
If you have a big show that's so big, you need to put 2 nights together for it, and you can't find a place to fit Kushida in, then you need to stop booking wrestling shows.
Just cut Kushida and let him go free.
They still have Kushida?
Yeah. Sure. He was on this show.
He's a jobber.
Karrion Kross defeated Oney Lorcan.
Good man.
This was fine. At one point he was threatening. He said, like, I'm gonna break you like I broke your friend or something. And Oney did like an Oney Lorcan fire up, and it only lasted for 10 seconds, but it was cool to see.
And then I think you put this in here, Mike. Finn Balor cut a promo on Karrion Kross about his. Who put that in there? Was that you, Bill?
Yeah,
I didn't put that in.
Finn Balor cut a promo on Karrion Kross after the match about how his emotions are taking over too much, and that he needs to keep his emotions in check when they face each other, because Finn Balor's an ice cold killer.
But he finished the promo. He finished by saying, "If you don't get him under check, basically, I'm going to drag you out into the deep waters, and then without emotion, I'm going to drown you."
Right. Good promo. Mm-hmm. I'll give it to him. Finn Balor's been great every single week.
Yeah.
And this was better because Karrion didn't talk.
He did. He started, but he
little bit,
yes.
But not enough where he got in deep waters, if you will, to expose himself. Walter defeated Drake Maverick in a match because he needed to squash somebody. And then Ciampa came out to argue with him about Thatcher. And
no, he basically came out and said, "I want a shot at the title," is what he came out to say.
Right, but wasn't he wearing a Thatcher shirt?
He had a Thatcher shirt on, but that was like all. He just said, like, "I said I was intrigued by you. What I meant was I'm intrigued by that," and pointed at the title. Oh. Then Walter was like, No. And then so he like attacked.
Yeah.
But
I like this.
Ate another big Walter chop. Yep. It was great.
Ooh, yeah.
I like it. And Ciampa looks like?
Ciampa is his
he's starting to look like Trevor from
he's as Trevor old as from us, and he looks like he's 55 years old.
Yes. He looks so old, and the cargo shorts don't help.
He's got to, if he's gonna go back.
What is with this hair?
Yeah, he's got to go back to bald, like shaved bald, not grayed on the sides bald.
What is this? Yeah, why is he doing this?
He wants to look like the old vet, I guess. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh boy!
But if he shows up on the show, he ought to, like, if he's supposed to be this killer, he's got to show back up looking like the killer.
He looks like Trevor,
not like a tired guy.
PS5 Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
PS4 Grand Theft Auto. Johnny Gargano, William Regal's argument about the gauntlet match.
Just the one line at the end where he was all mad and he just, "I'm not shutting your door," and then stormed out. It was so good.
I also like how he's like, "You're going to want to watch this," to the film crew. And he goes to the door. He goes to open it, pulls his hand back, looks at his foot, and is like, goes to fake kick it open. And then he's like, "Wait, I probably shouldn't do that. Let me just go in." He like pretended to kick the door open first, and he's like, "That's disrespectful to Regal, so let me not do that." I'm just gonna go in and complain.
I'm not shutting the door. Yeah. Regal like looked at him.
The fuck? He's like, what do you say? How am I supposed to study my competitor with only 24 hours notice? He's like, "We'll study all 12. I don't know what to tell you.
He was like, there's a million guys in this match. Well, there's 12.
There's 12. 12 a million. Team Nerds, Ember Moon, Shotzi Blackheart defeated Robert Stonebrand, which they paid Mercedes Martinez to be in this match. They patted Lope, had her go into the match.
I hope they paid her more to lose too.
Yeah.
Aaliyah, to her credit, is playing the role where she just gets beat up all the time, but she like stood up to take the move at the end, the Eclipse, and just had to like stand there awkwardly for a couple seconds because it wasn't timed right. She's just standing by the top rope like this.
Love it. Devlin and Kushida had a match, which was a pretty good match.
It was a good match.
Devlin is a creeper. But Kushida lost. I mean, it makes sense because Devlin's going to have this big match or whatever. So
yeah, and they made sure to protect him in that he like got distracted, got rolled up, and then beat up the people that distracted him.
Yeah.
And we hear the music.
And then the most important thing happened.
We never thought we'd hear.
See HBK come up for no reason.
So weird. That is
it's music. So weird. It makes no sense. And then 90-year-old man Shawn Michaels comes out with this tiny cowboy hat.
Who is he? Why is he here?
Why?
What authority does he have?
He just comes. Why does he even give a fuck about a cruiserweight match? He comes out.
Yeah, he wasn't a cruiserweight.
No, he was not. He was a heavyweight champion. He comes out and puts a ladder in the ring. It's like, you're doing that. And then leaves. And then he runs into.
He just threw it in.
He doesn't say anything, and then he runs into Adam Cole coming down the ramp, and Adam Cole and him have this stare off because I'm pretty sure Adam Cole's hero in life is Shawn Michaels.
I think that's TakeOver SummerSlam. That's the match.
I would be so excited if Shawn Michaels had a decent match to end his career instead of bald, cross-eyed Saudi Arabia tag match.
Hey, don't blame him for the cross-eyed. We got that story.
Yeah, that's Kane. Actually, they're both Kane's fault, right? Because Kane was in that Saudi Arabia match too.
Yeah, that's true.
God. Yeah, so Shawn Michaels showed up on NXT, which makes me laugh because it's like they're just trying to put legends out there to try to boost the ratings.
That was so what he could.
It made no sense.
In fairness, AEW does do that all the time as well.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I wish Regal came out.
They're copying that mode they're like, we have Shawn Michaels here. Why don't we just throw him out there for something?
I wish Regal came out and be like,
what the fuck are you doing? Who are you?
Manager?
That would be excellent.
Who the fuck are you?
Or like the next segment, be like, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know
There's no ladder match because this guy is fucking not the general manager.
Just old legends coming in the middle of matches and
just deciding what the stipulation is going to be. This will be a coal miner's glove on a pole match.
What is Steve Corino doing here?
Steve Corino is just the sweaty guy who breaks up fights.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He's got his own show now.
Who, Corino?
Yeah.
What? Does he?
Wait. I'm thinking of somebody else. Hold on.
Yeah, it's not Corino.
Go ahead.
Stephen Colbert? Who are you thinking of?
I don't know. Another wrestler named Steve?
No.
Okay. Colin O'Reilly had a contract signing where they talk shit to each other and said asshole without getting bleeped. Oh my God. They're so edgy.
Looking with that haircut and that vest.
He looks like a 2000s Newfound Glory member.
Yes.
Like in the basis for Newfound Glory. Yeah, I don't hate it. I like that stuff. No, I don't hate it. This weird mohawk in his Newfound Glory outfit.
It was good. It was intense.
Good promos.
I did like
he said basically like I knew you were going to turn on me at some point.
Yeah.
I know who you are.
I like how he even like talked about how they had fought before they were in NXT.
Kind of, yeah. They like kind of alluded to it, but not really. And then he did say like this was okay, but it was a little awkward. Like, I'm trying to be a better person than you. Like I'm trying. The locker room hated us, and we have heat. Like all this like insider bullshit, and then
and we got the surveillance footage. Thank goodness we got that surveillance.
Of the jiu-jitsu fight that they had. I don't know. I thought it was fine, but
I'm sure all these matches will be great. So.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
I'm
Walter
expecting
versus. I hope fucking Walter.
I am disappointed that I don't
chop the shit out of him.
Really want to watch this.
Nothing on here is making you want to.
Oh, a lot of it makes me want to watch it, but just
yeah,
I'm just so tired of WWE.
Yeah, me too. I'm just like, it's just like.
This is why I canceled the network originally, like a year or two ago, where I'm like, I'm just sick of their shit. I'm sick of the Saudi Arabias and all this crap. I'm just tired of it. Like, I don't want to give them any more money than they have. Like, they have enough. They don't need
too much.
I know it doesn't matter, and it's a dumb thing because obviously people find out about stuff, but it still very much bothers me that they can't just send me an email that says, hey, we're canceling this in 10 days or whatever.
Which is insane because I've gotten like 15 emails from Disney Plus about it going up $1. $1. It's like, it's going up $1. If you want to cancel, you better cancel before it does that. That's happened multiple times.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's time for a top 5. What you got?
Top 5 original programming Nicktoons, Nickelodeon cartoons. Now, this is strictly from memory. I haven't actually gone and watched any of them in a while.
This is from your childhood.
Basically.
Okay.
Number 5 is Rocket Power. Number 4.
I love Rocket Power.
Remember the name, don't remember the show.
Rocket
I loved it.
Power. How old were you when you were watching Rocket Power?
My sister would watch
no
it.
idea.
I watched it too. It was about kids with like BMX bikes and skateboards.
Yeah, they were like the
it was
extreme
cool.
sports kids. Yeah,
it was fun.
That makes sense that you'd like it well.
Number 4 was.
Oh, I remember these kids.
Number 4 is Penguins of Madagascar. They're hilarious.
No,
they are hilarious.
Is Rocket Power on Paramount Plus?
Yes.
Wait,
is it?
Isn't Penguins of Madagascar a movie?
It is.
No, Madagascar's a movie.
Madagascar's a movie, and the Penguins thing is also a separate movie. There's 2 different movies. Like the March of the Penguins is a movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
That's
right.
it. Well, no, there's both. There is a Penguins of Madagascar movie from 2014.
What?
But it's an offshoot of
the show.
Released on home video as Penguins of Madagascar, the movie.
That doesn't count.
Yes, what is this? But the show came first.
What is
this is the top 5 Nicktoons.
Nicktoons.
Original programming only.
That's not original programming.
Yes, it is. It's under the original programming part of the Wikipedia of all the Nickelodeon shows that's ever been.
I think that's a poor pick.
Number 3 is The Fairly Odd Parents.
Wow.
You can't do better than this.
You are.
Number 2 is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh God, this is your worst list yet.
And number 1 is Rugrats.
Okay.
We watched
Doug.
Where's Doug?
The Passover and Hanukkah episode this weekend.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Of Rugrats?
Yeah, watch the Passover one. And
nice.
Yes, I definitely remember because they've got the other 2 grandparents there.
Yeah, in the Passover one, they get locked in the attic at Passover, and but the Hanukkah one is the Maccababies one. They both. The Maccababies.
Isn't there a Rugrats where they're all grown up?
Yes, but that's a terrible, terrible show.
All Grown Up, I believe it's called.
Yeah. Is it called that? So
like, I hated Rocko's Modern Life, but I know a lot of people love that.
Liked
Cat Dog.
Real Monsters.
Cat Dog.
Our Real Monsters.
This weekend we watched Cat Dog.
Angry Beavers.
Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold, fantastic.
What about Angry Beavers?
Yeah. You put Aaron on it. Angry Beavers was great.
Angry Beavers was a big show. Good, yeah. Me, my dad, and John would watch. That was weird watch.
A lot of great stuff you left off the list, Wally. Yeah. Come on.
There's a lot of good Nicktoons.
Okay. All right, that's it. Next up, we're talking about Zootopia. Oh, God. I forgot about Zootopia.
Zootopia. I didn't finish Zootopia when I originally tried watching it because I did not like it.
Really?
It's a cartoon. It's not a children's movie.
I thoroughly did not like it.
It's not. Yeah, there's a lot of serious topics in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of serious topics, and it's kind of, I don't know. I remember it being like racially weird, being like, that's how they're perform. That's how they're like.
It is weird.
Are supposed to be African American, I think.
It's a lot of police talk, and in a time where it's like we need to be real sensitive about this police.
But this was like 6 or 7 years ago, I think. When was this?
It's 2016.
2016.
It's Kaepernick. It's all that stuff. The original, like, obviously police brutality has gone on.
Did it ever come
a long
around?
Time? But
I never finished it. Did it ever like be like cops are bad?
No, not at all. No.
Mike's not interested.
That was the final moral of the story. Cops are bad.
No. No. It was not that. It was not that, and it was very odd. It's very odd to watch now. It's very odd to watch now.
These animals that are naturally aggressive, we'll portray them as African Americans. Like, ooh, really? Like, no.
There's some problems in there.
Yeah, problematic stuff.
All right, that's Zootopia. Look forward to that.
That's the Zootopia episode.
Zootopia episode. It's problematic. The end. All right, that's the end of this episode. We're doing that next. I'm assuming you're not coming back for Zootopia, Mike. All right, peace out.